In today's video, I am going to be breaking down Bronny James and explain to you why I personally believe he's really not all that bad. He's actually a pretty solid player, and he could be a good role player, at least at the beginning of time, in the NBA. We have to remember that most players, when they enter the league, are not that great. They're not going to be getting a ton of playing time anyways, so this could be a great player for the Lakers to be able to develop if they're able to. So let's get down, and let's check out why I'm saying this. Okay, so really quickly, let's just really break this down fast. This is a bit blurry, but I think this is Dalton Connect, and of course this is Bronny James. Watch what he's able to do here to be able to get himself an open layup. When he's going down court, he wants to try and get position. Watch how he lifts his arm up and clears out the right arm of this defender. That allows him to get his shoulder in front of the defender's shoulder, which gives him the lane to the basket. Small little things like this will allow you to be able to score easier in the fast break, and that's exactly what's able to happen right here. There was a nice passing lane. Bronny James was able to get that ball, and he was able to then score with what they called the reverse, which I wouldn't call that a reverse myself. Now, he gets the assist here. He is not looking to score, and while he could have had the option, most all-stars, more like LeBron James, Vince Carter, Steve Nash, Steph Curry, any of the greats, they would be looking to attack early because this is a one-on-one situation. It's also early in the game, and you are probably the main guy on the team next to Dalton Connect because you're the 2 draft picks. However, he's patient. He waits for his teammates to come in down the court and get set up, and look at the defense. They're scrambling. This guy should have been cutting backdoor. No, there is no cross-court pass there. You should not be calling for that ball. You need to cut to the basket. You would have been drawing more of these defenders towards you, which would have opened up more opportunities. However, Dalton Connect, I think this was still able to, oh no, that's Dalton Connect here. But Bronny's teammate here was able to then get that ball and shoot that 3. If this guy just cut backdoor, this would have cleared out these guys so much easier. It would have been an even more wide open shot. However, he was still able to make it. Now, one thing that I've noticed is he is now taking larger steps and fewer steps when attacking the basket. I know that was my initial critique of him early on. He might have just had nerves, or maybe he's seen my video, one or the other. But either way, here, the reason why this lob pass was intercepted was because he telegraphed that pass. When he's turning the corner right here, he is now looking at this man to pass to, and anytime you're looking at a man for too long, defenses are going to know exactly who you are going to be passing to. You are telegraphing that pass, and that pass is going to be intercepted. Now, I'm not too sure if this is a court awareness issue that Bronny James has. This hasn't happened very often, so maybe this was just a mistake, maybe nerves, something. But when he comes down court right here, he receives the pass. He has the opportunity for a wide open 3-point shot, but he steps on the line, and that costs him. He missed the shot anyways, but that cost him huge because that could have tied up the game, and he would maybe have made the shot if he had known exactly where that line was. However, one thing I do really want to say is the fact that he actually has some pretty solid defense. This would be probably why there were a lot of teams that were looking at him, and there was a lot of reports saying that his agent was telling them not to pick him. However, he does have solid defense. We can see this right here. He's able to get that strip, and he's able to go back the other way. This is not just a singular defensive clip saying that he's a great player on defensive sides. We've seen this since college. He was a pretty solid defender. And then coming back the other way, he's actually not a bad passer. He's got some good court vision. His teammate loses the ball here because he gets blocked. But either way, still a nice pass. And kids, this is why I always say never bring that ball down. If he kept that ball up high like it was, this strip would have never happened. But anytime, if you are on defense and an offensive player brings the ball into this section of his body, you need to be swiping away because number one, you have a massive body here that is in the way of a referee seeing any fouls. You have another massive body right here that the referee can't see any fouls. So only refs from this angle over here are going to be able to see the foul. If you kept the ball up here, every referee would see a foul. That's number one. Number two is your hand is part of the ball. So if it gets swiped or if you're down by your waist, it's going to be easier to swipe, and if your hands are on it and they get hit, it's not a foul. He's also able to read screen and rolls quite well also, especially with the defense. So he gets a screen here. This would have been a staggered screen with a handoff. His defensive player was cheating, and he's able to burn him backdoor. Now, if only he was able to have a little bit more upper body strength and maybe some more core strength, he would have been able to get that basket and potentially an and one. He has some pretty solid shooting form too, like his shoulder and elbow are in line, the ball is over top of his upper arm, he's got the shooting triangle, this is going to be a very straight shot. His hips as well as his shoulders, knees, feet are all pointing the same direction. He's going to have a very solid free throw shot, and he's going to be a solid 3-point shooter as well. It's not that bad of a shot. It's actually a very nice looking shot. Now in this clip, Bronny James doesn't get accredited with the steal, but he does poke that ball away right there. Having the vision and the ability to get these steals, or at least these pokes, so that your teammate gets a steal is extremely important too. We have to remember that this is not an individual sport, but a team sport. I also really like this possession right here. What we see is him trying to play some post defense. He's given up a ton of height right here, and he's able to front face this man and just basically cutting out the ability for this player to even get the ball. That was a perfect front face. He's still trying to front face him, and then he's still able to come over and play some help while guarding a giant in the low post. He's a solid defensive player. And then there's this clip right here. He gets beat. However, if we slow this down, he's playing on the hip of that player right there. He's not allowing him to get that angle. While this player is trying to get in front, Bronny James is using his shoulder, chest, and stomach to be able to hook into that shoulder of that that offensive player so that he's unable to keep that angle. When he goes up for that shot, Bronny James is in position to be able to block the shot. He is a solid defender. Now, while I may think that Bronny and LeBron are going to have a great tandem, a great duo on the basketball court on the offensive side, I think Bronny is going to be able to get playing time because of his defense. So if you are a player who may be in the position of maybe not getting that much playing time, if you can just learn on the defensive side how to shut people down, you're going to be a very wanted player. That's probably why they drafted him. Obviously, LeBron has a massive pull and to say, yes, I want him on my team. But at the same time, they probably said, you know what, we can actually use him on the team if we pick him. So yes, LeBron, we will pick him and give him a 4-year contract. That's just me thinking positively. Anyways, I hope that you've enjoyed today's video. Make sure to go check out my shooting workout that is down in the description below if you want to be able to shoot the basketball better. And I'll see you guys again in my next video.